New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Thanks, our headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, if we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Before we get there, a text just came in. It says, my ex-husband snored so loud, the cat would deal with it by putting its paw in his mouth. Shut up.
Good.
You know it's bad.
Wow.
Your pets are like Jesus, dude. Seriously.
Got to stop. You've got to stop.
All right, today we toast Stephanie Matto of somewhere in Connecticut. And if her name sounds familiar, understand this is the third time she's going to be our shot of the day. So look, after becoming a reality TV star, quote unquote, by appearing on 90 Day Fiancé, she took up the new lucrative profession selling the jars of her own farts over the internet.
That's right.
All right, so you remember her, right?
Yeah.
She received a request for her jarred gas on the adult website Unfiltered back in November 2021. She charged $1,000 per jar. She made $200,000. At one point, she was pumping out 97 jars over 2 days just to cope with the demand, but unfortunately, the fairy tale career came to an abrupt end earlier this year after her new lifestyle landed her in the hospital, feeling like she was having a heart attack. Business, which again, to reiterate, is farting into a jar and then sending it to people, was very, very good. However, as the orders came in, she realized she was going to have to promote the passing of wind in order to keep filling them. So her diet changed, went to beans, protein muffins, protein shakes, yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, even started adding the protein shakes specifically to make the fart smell worse. All that mix, while certainly helping her bank account, had less than a pleasant effect on her actual bowels. And within 2 months, she had to go to the hospital, and she had to give this up for health concerns. That was the second time we toasted her because she had to give it up for hurting herself. Well, the entrepreneurial spirit has not left our friend. She's found a new career that will likely appeal to some of the same clientele. She is now selling jars of her own boob sweat for $500 per jar.
Ew.
She collects the sweat as she sits outside in the sun, hopefully staying hydrated. She puts that into a jar, and she sends it to the people that want to collect. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. But like she goes, look, I might not have a lot of talent, but I got something that people want. Mm-hmm. They can't buy my farts anymore.
That's why she's not selling underwear.
She won't put her... I feel like that's too easy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I can sell you my underwear. I can sell you my boob sweat. I think business has picked up again. I've looked up her picture. She's okay looking. All right. Nothing exciting. I don't care how good looking you are. I don't want your farts or your boob sweat in a jar. But there's people out there, man, she's doing well. What?
I agree 100%. Like, I don't care if it's the best pair of boobs seen in the world. Like, I don't want the sweat.
No.
But here's the thing.
If she knows sweaty, I better be having sex with it.
She knows that most people don't want it. But all you need are a few. She has those few, and she's making bank again. She ain't hurting anybody. You go, like, carry on.
Okay. God, I got to start my own OnlyFans.
I know, man. You know what? That thing that was on your gut, the thing that get in my ass.
Yeah.
We drained this into a jar. Do you want it?
No. I'm thinking if people are buying boob sweat, somebody would pay to watch me, like, watch football naked.
That's what I mean. We're in the wrong industry.
It's like, watch this one. This dude's going to crush me or eat pizza and yell at a football game.
I don't care how ugly you are, how fat you are, how much you smell, no matter how gross your hygiene is. There's a market. Just do something. Mm-hmm. Somebody will buy your stuff. That's all you got to do, man. So you know. She went from farts to boob sweat, still making bank. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
It's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Come on.
And today we get a little frisky on a Bad Choice Friday. Some solo lovin' with Cyndi Lauper and She Bop, and some afternoon love with the Starland Vocal Band and Afternoon Delight. Mike, how was the voting?
It was a complete blowout, Miles. 37 to 63, because we really overthought this one. When it comes down to bopping or some afternoon delight, there's only one clear winner. Everybody wants a little afternoon
Roll
delight.
your windows down, turn it up, and sing.
Are you kidding?
Stare at the lady beside you at the stoplight.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the weekend. You're listening to The Men's Room, 99.9 KISW Seattle.
New on Curiosity Stream.
With my infrared drone, I can see what others can't.
Drone pilot Doug Thron uses his bird's eye view for the ultimate good, saving animals from desperate situations around the globe. Join the rescue effort on a new season of Doug to the Rescue. And
We captured a Confederate steamboat.
We're taking the ship to freedom.
an enslaved crew, a stolen vessel, and a Civil War dash to salvation on impossible escapes. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Now for all TV news all time. Time for TV Time with 10.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the men's room presents TV Time with Ted.
Got two of them in there today for you people.
What do you mean, you people?
The listeners.
I think he's talking to me.
That's actually what it sounds like when you have an evening Friday night with Ted Smith. How do you know he's done?
I feel like me and Steve are sharing diseases this week.
Yeah, I know. I really don't want to be in here.
I know.
All right, your choices. You got Seth Meyers.
Okay.
Writers.
Oh, Mike doing something.
Hey. The Jimmys.
Finally. Kimmel Fallon.
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
And it's right there on the title. These guys have teams of talented writers to help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The cosmetic company Nails Inc. recently launched a line of cheese-scented nail polishes.
Jeez.
Or if that's too expensive, just eat one handful of Cheetos.
The Ted Smith or Fallon?
No or.
Writers.
Jimmy Fallon.
Seth Meyers.
The cosmetics company Nails Inc. recently launched a line of cheese-scented nail polishes, or if that's too expensive, just eat one handful of Cheetos.
That is one of the most satisfying things.
What's that?
I know you're not supposed to lick your fingers and stuff.
F that.
But whenever you eat chips or like Cool Ranch, like all right, I'm done with this bag.
It's most people I know, they eat like the little snack pack of Cheetos, right?
Yeah.
Their fingers continually get covered in the dust, but they don't suck it off until they're done with the bag.
Correct.
Like, somehow, it's like drinking the cereal milk. You never drink it before you're done, but like, ooh,
It's
I'm
that
done with
in,
the Cheetos.
it's that in crabs. If they're blue crabs. Old Bay.
What do you mean?
Sucking on my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
As far as...
And chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Yeah, that's another one.
Uber released their annual Lost and Found Index, which reveals the items reported lost by most passengers. Glasses, phones, keys were some of the more common ones, but 5 people left behind their dentures. Some people like to go for a ride because they love the feel of the wind in their gums.
Honestly, writers.
No, it's long-winded. Kimmel.
Fallon.
Uber released their annual Lost and Found Index, which reveals the items reported lost by passengers. Glasses, phones, keys were some of the more common ones. But get this, 5 people left behind their dentures. Apparently some people like to go for a ride because they love the feel of the wind in their gums.
Pop star Britney Spears is getting married again, and she promises this will be her last wedding and not nearly as toxic as the first one.
Be Ted Smith.
Yes.
You know that's a Britney song?
Damn right.
No.
Yeah, Toxic.
Oh.
That's the joke.
I don't know the song, but I know its name, so I knew it was you.
I just knew the content, Britney Spears, and you would care.
See, here was the other idea I had. I was going to make one very harsh that said Britney Spears is getting married. She's officially off the market. A blow to every single guy in his 40s. But if you're still single in your 40s... You should take what you can get. See, I figured if I made it harsh enough and then I wrote it, you wouldn't get it.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a new trend on TikTok where people are making healthy cola by mixing.
Jesus. I'm in.
Like a prairie dog.
Wow.
So what?
I'm in.
There's a new trend on TikTok where people are making healthy Coca-Cola by mixing sparkling water and balsamic vinegar, which shows you the length Coke drinkers will go to avoid Pepsi.
Jesus. Is that Myers?
Valid.
Have you guys seen this? There's a new trend on TikTok where people are making healthy Coke by mixing flavored sparkling water with balsamic vinegar. Yeah, it really shows you the lengths Coke drinkers will go to avoid Pepsi. Don't you think?
Do you think that really works?
I've seen a bunch of other people trying it, and they're like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's a sad individual. That's
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, there's a lot, like, look, I don't mind a diet soda sometimes. That Olipop stuff's good. Like, there's other alternatives if you don't want to drink just Coca-Cola.
Sure.
LaCroix.
Well, they were saying
soda water.
They were saying it tastes exactly like Coke. And I'm like, I
don't know about that.
Yeah, like some things, like what the flaming Dr. Pepper, right? That eventually, when you drink it, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. It really does. So I didn't know if that really actually had the taste.
I had a DP over the weekend.
Did you?
I did.
Nice.
A DP, huh?
Yeah. A group of topless pro-choice protesters with green paint on their chests stormed the court of a WNBA game in Brooklyn this week. But the NYPD announced that no charges were filed. Apparently, they couldn't make an arrest because nobody saw their faces.
Ted Smith.
Fallon. Myers.
A group of pro-choice topless protesters with green paint on their chests stormed the court of a WNBA game in Brooklyn this week, but the NYPD announced that no charges were filed. Apparently, they couldn't make an arrest because nobody saw their faces.
I saw that protest. Wasn't against it. Saw a couple of people in the protest, I should say.
Fine protest.
Like it was a blonde woman in sports bra. All right, so everybody remembers the 2020 Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. By the way, Shakira's single again.
I got a chance then.
No, it's just funny. Like,
what do you mean, no? You immediately shut me down.
Well, I'm not saying we have a chance with her. I'm just saying, you know what? I don't know why I brought it up. I guess in some...
Because you have a chance. That's why.
Well, listen, I'll tell you this, Shakira. I play pub league soccer. You were dating one of the best soccer players from one of the biggest clubs in the world.
So now try one of the worst.
She didn't really do anything wrong there.
But I won't cheat on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. There's your difference.
That's what that'd be a hell of a step down from him to Ted Smith.
You didn't. Someone needs to take a picture of whoever that woman is.
Yeah, no kidding.
She needs to be seen. Because then you can go, or what in the hell are you thinking?
I mean, look, what's the old saying? People are as faithful as their options.
Sure.
I'm sure he does fine. So Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, they put on the halftime show in 2020. I think most, I was like, oh, this is great. We got both of them. But apparently in a new Netflix documentary, Halftime, Jennifer Lopez says, quote, this was the worst idea in the world, and later adds, this is something I've been working on and hoping for years. Basically, here's the deal. Jennifer Lopez, when they first brought it to her, I think was like, I thank you for the honor. I can't wait to do it. And then it was like, oh, yeah, we're going to slide in Shakira. And I was like, oh.
Oh, don't be like
okay,
that.
Did the Red Hot Chili Peppers say, who was it, Bruno Mars?
Well, here's the deal, right? But there's always the main act, and then you bring in other people, right? Like Beyonce got Beyonce.
Sure.
Then she brought Destiny's Child.
Sure.
I think this one was a little more odd because it was like, it's both of you, like equal billing. And also,
that's a little different.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like if you brought in Beyonce and then went, hey, by the way, it's you and Alicia Keys. They might be like Beyonce might be like, oh, all right. But either way, they still did it. I guess they were both a little annoyed. They only got 12 minutes. I don't know how, usually a double headliner would get 20 minutes.
Okay.
So either way, it sounds like they were just pissed backstage. I will say,
sure.
Here's the deal. Most people, when you do a Super Bowl appearance at halftime, people are going to start buying your records again. It's going to do this and that.
I was going to say, they don't get paid for the most part. I mean, I'm sure they get something, but they don't get any money.
Right, and generally...
But their downloads go up, 200% or whatever the deal is the next following Monday.
Jennifer Lopez, in her defense, she's a big enough pop star where it's like, well, Timberlake got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I will say from the viewing standpoint, I think it's awesome when there's a bunch of them up there. Like this year's kicked butt. Obviously that was right in my
wheelhouse. But that's part of the difference, As a
What's that? Yeah, we got it. Yeah, all right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I can move on. It's okay. Yeah. So this is Jay Farrow doing 11 impressions in 60 seconds. Jay Farrow, 11 impressions, 60 seconds on Jimmy Fallon.
Jay-Z.
Cheer.
Denzel Washington.
All right, okay. That's what it is, right? You're on me.
Kevin Hart.
Hey, listen, first of all, the problem... listen, you can't just do that, Jimmy. What's the problem, man?
Shaq.
Listen, this is ridiculous.
Seth Rogen.
That's amazing.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, bro.
Snoop Dogg.
Hey, yo, 1, 2, 3 into the phone.
President Obama.
Okay, now I understand that I'm appreciated in Hawaii. That's why I go there.
Jamie Foxx.
Hey, what's up, baby? How's everybody feeling? Yeah.
How about The Rock?
You know what, Jabroni? The Rock says this. If you're going to read my name, call me Dwayne Johnson.
Eddie Murphy.
Jesus.
That is pretty good.
That is real good, dude.
Yeah, like I still follow Jay Farrow on all the socials and stuff. I'm still amazed he didn't stay on SNL longer. Listen, Lorne Michaels has run that show for...
basically since it began, right?
The whole time. Right, so far be it from me, but I feel like sometimes you got to wonder, should we have kept him around a little longer?
Maybe. The problem that Lorne Michaels has, and I mean this in a good way, he kind of came up with the idea. NBC wasn't keen on it, but he got it done. It's his baby. He's going to approach it how he wants to approach it. And I think even NBC is scared to mess with him about that.
Oh,
hey, man.
I agree 100%.
Jay Farrow had a lot of potential because one thing about SNL, if nothing else, you do parodies of things that are happening in pop culture or politics. This is a guy who can voice damn near anybody, right? That's what you want.
Correct. And I don't know if you've seen any stand-up. His stand-up's hilarious too.
Yeah,
he does
very funny.
Right, he does more than impressions, and I think maybe on SNL, and look, I agree 100%. Lorne Michaels do whatever he wants.
It's kind of like the Black Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman made his, on SNL, he was very funny, but he did great impressions.
So I just wonder sometimes, and I mean, look, Jay Farrow is not the only one. There's got to be other people too, where I wonder if you sit back and go, maybe I should have kept that person around longer.
But it's tough though, because also if you're Lorne Michaels, think about it, the writers carry so much clout there.
Correct.
They don't write things for you to be a part of. It's kind of tough. Also, if you have to audition, you audition directly in front of Lorne Michaels. And everyone on SNL says the weirdest thing is, you go through this process, and then at some point, you get the opportunity to literally audition in person. But, it's Lorne Michaels. There's no one else. There's no audience to cue laughter and all that, and you just do what you think's your best stuff. And there's a guy, and apparently he's not a guy that laughs out loud much. So everyone tells you, I thought I failed my audition. And then Lorne Michaels reaches out and says, you were hilarious. Normally, when I'm hilarious, people laugh. You're just not that guy. But then the writers have to determine if you are someone they want to work with, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just saying, he's also still a human. So, whether it's a coach or a boss or whatever, sometimes they're just like people more than they like others.
Very true. But to be fair, Lorne Michaels' grandfather was a kangaroo.
Right, so I'm saying he would never come out I'm sure in his small circle, but I'm just man, Jay Farrow is so good.
I didn't like him. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's no controversy to justify your statement.
Right, and Pete Davidson himself says all the time, I don't know why they let me stay here this long.
Nobody does.
Right, it's because Lauren liked you. That goes a long way. Pete Davidson, again, to his credit, and I think he's hilarious. Right, his stand-up is awesome. This and that. I never saw King of Staten Island. I'll watch it. I'm sure at some point.
Sure.
But it is amazing to me that guy, just from dating, and has superseded to me. His fame has almost superseded his people knowing him for comedy.
But I think even Pete Davidson would tell you, I do not understand how the world has unfolded in front of me. But I'm taking advantage of it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know how I got here,
Right.
but this is pretty cool.
But I'm here.
I mean, I'm having sex with this.
Dude, it happens with athletes too, right? Like for years, right? Like Jason Kelsey to me is one of the best tight ends in football.
Kels.
Now, what I didn't realize,
Travis Kelce.
What'd I say?
Jason. That's his brother, the center.
I'm talking about his brother.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about Travis Kelce. Well, but unbeknownst to me was that he had his own dating show and stuff.
No, you're talking about Luke Bryan.
What?
Yeah. He had a dating show on VH1.
What, like...
yeah. Travis Kelce did. See? You just finding out. So, like, there's...
I had no idea.
Okay,
Right, so even though he's a football player, he is massively popular with a lot of people that don't care about football.
Huh.
So, like, I think it's cool when people can kind of get, like, famous for something else, and it's like... Yeah,
Especially if it doesn't cross
Do you know what
strings.
Travis Kelce is famous for in my mind? The fact that his girlfriend for 5 years broke up with him because he wouldn't buy anything when they went out on dates. So she had to pay for like half the meals at Applebee's and stuff. And she's like, dude, you're making all this money. And she still had to pay like 50% of it. She like works at, department store or whatever. It's like, dude, hook me up.
I also heard you couldn't cook.
He said that too. He really threw her under the bus.
Yeah.
That was ugly.
All right. I don't know why.
I've never break up with someone like that. Like, dude, she couldn't cook. She couldn't have sex. No mouth hugs. She made me pay for half. Like, Jesus, dude.
Just make an attempt.
Right, exactly. Try.
You got Game 4 of the NBA Finals. You got the Celtics hosting the Warriors.
It's going to get ugly tonight in Boston.
What do you think?
Know that.
You think it's...
I think they might get into fisticuffs.
They might. I'm going to say Golden State takes it just because and wins by 21 points.
I think Golden State comes out. I think they win this game. I think, who's the other splash brother? Klay Thompson. There's no way he misses that many shots. He was couging it on a pro level. Also, if you like Peaky Blinders, the series finale, that's on Netflix. Then there's a new episode of The Boys out. Let's see, Sunday. You know what? Sunday, go support some Seawolves. I'll be down at the stadium.
Nice. There you go.
Hanging out with Rucky.
Yeah, that's the mascot.
Damn right.
Oh, okay, all right.
That should always be pointed out.
Jesus, it sounds like a Confederacy thing. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick, they even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Houston man who raps about robbing ATMs is arrested for, wait on, robbing an ATM. Meanwhile, an 84-year-old woman with a huge bush in her yard refuses to get it trimmed. Man arrested after using fake $100 bill to buy drinks at an airport bar. A couple is upset their pizza was too small and had a char. And in Sweden, the trash cans, they make the sexy talk. It's time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story, we go to the UK, where a couple just wanted what they ordered. They ordered a 15-inch pizza, 15 inches from the local restaurant, but called to complain when the pizza was, in their opinion, visibly smaller than what they ordered. The restaurant waved them off and hung up on them, so they decided to prove what they were saying by grabbing a tape measure and running it across the pie, which showed that it actually was 13 inches instead. They shared the picture to social media, but got little sympathy, being called the takeout police.
Well, I mean, also, like, I don't. It seems like it would shrink up a little bit. I mean, it's bread.
Sure.
When you put it in the oven.
I get both sides. They're going to be upset.
Sure.
But if you're looking for sympathy, like, get over it.
Right.
There are bigger problems.
And
how big of a pizza was it?
15 is what they were supposed
to. So they ordered a
wanted.
large.
Yeah.
And they said it was only 14?
13. It's 2 inches smaller.
Have they ever dated someone online?
Thank you.
Have they ever asked the man how big his penis is? Like, shave 2 inches off of anything.
And really, the only
all right,
leg...
listen up, size queen. Take this pizza and go home.
The only leg that they really have to stand on is that it's closer to kind of your standard 12-inch pizza than it is your 15 that you actually ordered. But even then...
Well, what I would do then, before I post, the first thing they did is then order a 12-inch pizza. Theoretically, that's the next set. And see what that is. Right. And then you can discern if it's something that just shrinks because it is. Although, most pizzas don't shrink, right? If you spread out your dough on the pizza pan How many times have you pulled it out and you have an inch border?
Right.
All right, you're right.
Yeah, Ted, so shut up.
Well, and I also, people get nitpicky. Like, I feel like it was a story, 10 years ago at this point, that somebody was like, actually, it's only like 10 inches long of this Subway sandwich.
It was only 11.
Right, because it's not a foot. It's like, come on.
Well, that one I got only because their whole thing was $5 foot long.
You went on a national campaign to say
But
this.
the thing is that with bread, like, you get as close as you can. Pizza's the same way. With the dough, you get as close as you can. Things are going to change. When you stretch it out, it's going to recede a little bit.
Well, just put 13-inch pizza on the menu.
Right.
That's what I would do. You know what? Same price, 13
Here's the
inches.
one thing I noticed in the picture. It didn't look like there was much more room in the box to put the pizza.
Yes!
So it looked like it was already a box for... not that matters, but...
This box is full.
Exactly, right. Like...
You couldn't fit any more in if you wanted to.
That's if your headlines. Mike Hogside.
Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you up next on the Men's Room Happy Hour, exclusively on the Odyssey app.
Yes, indeed. But in the meantime, we'll be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.